In the world of UFC, some of the most captivating drama unfolds outside the octagon. Nina Drama, a content creator known for her unfiltered style, has sparked viral moments with fighters like Paulo Costa, whose bold secret juice line left fans howling.
Did you bring some condom?
And Alex Pereira, whose proposal caused a stir. Whether it's the undeniable chemistry between her and Israel Adesanya, or the awkward tension surrounding Garry, Nina's interactions have ignited fan theories and fueled endless speculation. In this video, we dive into the most entertaining and controversial moments from Nina's UFC journey, where flirtation, friendship, and drama collide. This is the lineup of UFC fighters the internet believes actually dated Nina Drama. Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa brings a bold, unabashed, flirtatious energy to Nina's world, effortlessly blending confidence with cheeky charm. Known for making flirtation his signature move, Costa turns every interaction into a performance, leaving fans captivated by his audacity and charm. Whether it's his infamous secret juice line or the playful banter that keeps Nina on her toes, Costa has a way of turning casual moments into viral sensations, making flirtation feel like an art form in his hands.
Would you like to go upstairs with me, drink some secret juice?
I like secret juice.
Just one thing I need to ask you.
Okay.
Did you bring some condoms with you?
Secret juice needs condoms.
Let's kick things off with the legendary secret juice incident. Paulo Costa, in typical form, offered Nina a sip of his concoction from his lap, cheekily calling it prime real estate. The sheer audacity! Nina's face turned bright red, and fans went wild over his bold pickup line, which quickly became one of the most talked about moments in UFC social media history. Sorry to interrupt, bro, but I truly want to hear your opinion. If our content feels good to you, please comment your thoughts. We're facing low subscriptions lately, and your support means the world. Please subscribe so we can continue this journey together. But Paulo's influence goes far beyond viral moments. He's pushed for an all-female corner crew, which would include Nina and his girlfriend, Tamara. The internet exploded with thruple theories. Was it a progressive move, or was it his way of keeping Nina close? Either way, the speculation set off endless debates. Their interview chemistry is undeniable, blending politics, conspiracy theories, and banter about alien invasions with an energy that feels like it could tip into something more. Rumors of them hooking up have followed them, stoked by Paulo's habit of weighing in on her feuds and Nina's tendency to hype up his knockout victories. Their mutual support comes with such intensity that it's hard to tell if it's all part of the performance or something more genuine. What's particularly fascinating about their dynamic is the level of transparency. Paulo's flirtations aren't subtle, they're front and center, creating content that's intentionally suggestive, yet with enough plausible deniability to keep fans guessing. The skits, like the jokes about oiling up Dana White, land squarely in Nina's lap, adding to the cheeky, boundary-pushing energy that surrounds their interactions. The continuous rumors about their chemistry speak volumes. When flirtation is this consistent and public, it leaves fans wondering what might happen when the cameras are off. And if you think that's hot, wait until we dive into Alex Pereira's connection with Nina. Fans are convinced they're witnessing a slow burn romance unfold right before their eyes. Alex Pereira. If Paulo Costa thrives on obvious flirtation, Alex Pereira is all about playing the long game. And let me tell you, their connection has more romantic tension than most real-life relationships. Fake proposals, international getaways, and a constant "are they or aren't they" vibe have fans losing their minds. The Alex Pereira and Nina Drama relationship is practically a rom-com in the UFC world. It's the kind of slow burn saga that has fans creating shipping edits, writing fan fiction, and obsessing over whether these two will ever admit what everyone else seems to see. Every interaction is packed with tension, moments that make you gasp, exchanges that leave you swooning, all while they both insist they're just friends, leaving the entire world to side-eye that claim. Let's dive into their training sessions. We're not talking about your typical professional workout routine. No, we're referring to the infamous Potan necktie drills, where Alex attempts takedowns and Nina somehow ends up in positions that are far more intimate than standard MMA moves. There are double leg attempts that turn into tangled moments, and they have absolutely nothing to do with technique and everything to do with, well, we'll let you take it from there. But the moment that truly broke the internet? The fake proposal.
Oh my god, yes!
In the midst of what seemed like a casual interaction, Alex Pereira dropped to one knee, making a gesture that Nina interpreted as a genuine proposal. Her shock was pure and unfiltered. Is this real? And for just a brief moment, you could see her actually believe it might be happening. The transformation in her expression, the raw emotion crossing her face, made you wonder if maybe, just maybe, she had been hoping for this very moment. When she realizes it's a skit, there's a mix of relief and possibly a touch of disappointment. Fans absolutely went wild, dissecting every micro-expression as they tried to decipher what really went down. Then there's the matter of international travel. Alex has taken Nina to Brazil, showing her around his homeland during what feel like romantic getaways rather than just work trips. These aren't quick press tours. They're extended adventures where they're genuinely exploring, experiencing culture, and creating memories together, far beyond the typical fighter media dynamic. Let's talk about the Rolex. There was talk of a $40,000 watch, and while the promise was eventually fulfilled through sponsorship rather than his personal wallet, a smart move. The very fact that it was promised in the first place speaks volumes. Men don't casually offer five-figure luxury gifts to people they're not seriously invested in, whether professionally or personally. As aviator ambassadors, they've been jet-setting around the world, creating content together, and living a lifestyle that looks remarkably like what couples do. Despite fans analyzing every move to debunk dating rumors, the playful chama energy between them, his affectionate Portuguese nickname for Nina, feels incredibly personal. Their warm-up sessions are full of head-spinning chemistry, with Nina helping Alex prepare in ways that go beyond the typical athlete-coach routine. The emotional visits to his instituto reveal sides of Alex that are rarely seen by the public, and their quiet, intimate moments together tell a story of two people who seem more connected than either is willing to publicly admit. Nina has even taught Alex English with flirtatious phrases, and their cozy streaming moments feel almost domestic, comfortable, natural, and full of a connection that speaks volumes without words. The reality is, whether Alex and Nina are secretly dating, planning to date, or simply friends with undeniable chemistry, their dynamic captivates audiences because it feels authentic. This isn't manufactured drama. This is real connection unfolding in front of millions, leaving fans hoping for something more to come from it. From this slow burn romance to the strange Arman Tsarukyan controversy, let's dive into another chapter of Nina's UFC journey, one filled with bizarre drama, intrigue, and plenty of questions that still need answers. Dricus du Plessis. While Alex Pereira is known for his slow burn tension and subtle flirtations, Dricus du Plessis prefers a more tactile approach, and his jiu-jitsu teaching sessions with Nina showcase how the most interesting connections can develop when people are physically entwined. These sessions go beyond the typical instructional content, as Dricus walks Nina through arm bars, chokes, and other submissions that require them to be in very close proximity. What starts as technical training quickly evolves into something far more intimate, with every adjustment and correction creating moments that blur the line between martial arts and personal chemistry.
Say you like meat. Say you like meat. You have to say it. Say you like meat.
Dricus du Plessis brings a completely different energy, one that's less about verbal sparks and more about extended physical contact masked as jiu-jitsu education. The core of their connection revolves around Dricus teaching Nina his favorite techniques, arm bars, chokes, and submissions that often require one person to be wrapped around the other in ways that could raise eyebrows in most other settings. But this is MMA, so it's all technical training, right? Jiu-jitsu demands constant adjustment and correction, meaning Dricus has every reason to be hands-on with Nina. But these sessions inevitably get close and personal, with their body positioning crucial for proper learning, yet creating an undeniable tension. Is it purely for educational purposes, or is there something more at play? Likely, it's a bit of both. Beyond the physical training, their interactions are peppered with playful banter and inside jokes, creating a rapport that feels far more personal than that of a typical instructor and student. Whether it's making offbeat jokes about Black History Month or sharing wild stories, the comfort between them goes beyond the mat. Dricus often goes harder than expected during training, pushing Nina past the typical content creator limits. There's a dynamic of playful aggression combined with instruction that feels flirtatious, even when they're ostensibly just improving her skills. Their sessions have an intriguing undercurrent of teaching with tension, where the educational moments are real, but there's also a constant what-if vibe that makes everything just a little more electric than your average jiu-jitsu drill. From the mat to social media, while Nina's dream interview with Conor McGregor hasn't happened yet, their playful product promotion exchanges have fans buzzing. The anticipation of their interactions has proven just as exciting as the actual interview, leaving everyone eager to see what happens next. Conor McGregor. While most of Nina's stories involve fighters she's already interviewed, her connection with Conor McGregor is all about potential. A dream interview that hasn't happened yet, but feels like it's destined to. The Conor McGregor and Nina drama situation is perhaps the most tantalizing what-if in her entire journey. It's a story built on anticipation, with an interview that the entire MMA community is waiting for as much as Nina herself. Nina is unabashedly Conor's ultimate fangirl, wearing her admiration for him on her sleeve. She enthusiastically promotes his products, whether it's spraying his Tactile relief spray or creating content around his various ventures. This isn't just obligatory sponsored content. It feels like authentic fandom, making her connection with Conor feel genuine and personal.
Crazy UFC moment you can remember. I was there when I saw Conor and Khabib fight.
Oh! Massive right from Nurmagomedov! And a knee from McGregor now!
And that is the greatest UFC moment to ever go down in history.
The magic happens in the replies. When Nina posts about Conor's products, he occasionally responds with playful, flirty comments like, "Ice it up, Nina." Simple exchanges that send fans into a frenzy, speculating about when they'll finally sit down for the interview everyone is craving. The lack of an actual interview only heightens the anticipation. Fans are dying to see what would happen when Nina's boundary-pushing interview style meets Conor's naturally charismatic, unfiltered personality. Nina has even mentioned the idea of getting both Conor and Donald Trump together, creating a power trio that would undoubtedly break the internet. It's ambitious content creation that separates the dreamers from the doers. What makes this dynamic particularly intriguing is its aspirational quality. Unlike other fighters where the chemistry is built on real, documented interactions, the McGregor-Nina connection exists primarily in the realm of potential. It's built on social media banter, product endorsements, and the collective desire to see what unfolds when these two finally share the same space. From the dreams of future interviews to the deeply emotional connections with fighters like Israel Adesanya, Nina's journey continues to evolve, proving that sometimes the most exciting stories are the ones still waiting to be told. Israel Adesanya. While most connections in Nina's journey revolve around flirtation and speculation, her relationship with Israel Adesanya is something entirely different, something deeper, more emotionally resonant, and potentially more meaningful than any rumored romance. The bond between Izzy and Nina feels less like playful flirtation and more like a genuine soul recognition. Two people who truly understand each other on a level that goes beyond typical fighter media dynamics. Izzy has been outspoken about his appreciation for Nina's interview style, especially after his challenging interactions with traditional reporters. His praise for her raw, no-condom approach speaks volumes about what he values, her unfiltered, deep-dive style that avoids the typical sanitized questions. Izzy's emotional moments at press conferences, particularly when he tears up during family shoutouts, were met by Nina's thoughtful responses, offering a deeper layer of conversation that other media members often miss. That emotional intelligence is rare, and Izzy clearly respects it. Their relationship includes playful banter too. The legendary outfit commentary in Saudi Arabia, where Izzy jokingly called out her witch aesthetic and teased her about being without tits out, shows a comfort level that only exists between people who understand each other deeply and can joke without crossing boundaries. There's also a darker side to their connection, the Nina curse theory. Superstitious fans link Nina's interviews with fighters to their subsequent losses, with Izzy being one of the most prominent examples. Despite the fans' speculative narratives, the bond between them remains strong, built on mutual respect. What truly makes their connection special is Izzy's desire for uncut, unfiltered versions of their conversations. He doesn't want polished, edited content. He values the raw, complete thoughts, the authentic exchange. This reveals a side of him that prioritizes genuineness over appearances. Their conversations feel genuinely intimate, more like friends talking than a traditional interview. There's vulnerability on both sides, with Izzy opening up about his struggles and Nina responding with empathy, offering a level of authenticity that isn't for show. While the Israel-Adesanya relationship may lack the flirtatious spark of Paulo Costa or the slow-burn tension of Alex Pereira, it represents something even more valuable: genuine friendship, built on emotional honesty, mutual appreciation, and deep understanding. Now, let's dive into one of the most controversial connections in Nina's journey, one filled with subtle shade, cut comparisons, and uncomfortable UFC family dynamics that have fans speculating about what's really going on behind the scenes. Garry. The connection between Garry and Nina drama might be one of the most subtle and awkwardly complicated entries on this list. Unlike the more obvious flirtations or deep friendships, this relationship is marked by tangential drama, uncomfortable comparisons, and social media shade that exist in a murky gray area. Fans have taken it upon themselves to compare Nina's boyfriend to Garry, often using cuck memes as fuel for speculation. While neither Nina nor Ian are actively stirring the pot, their fan bases have blown small interactions or details into conspiracy theories. These comparisons, which often paint Ian in an unflattering light, must be frustrating for all parties involved. Nina has also found herself in the midst of these dynamics by interviewing Ian's close friends, like Charles Oliveira, about their bromance. Her content has explored relationships within the UFC's social circles, but it has also positioned Nina as orbiting Ian's crew, rubbing shoulders with his training partners, and keeping her name constantly adjacent to his. The awkwardness only intensifies when fans refer to Nina as Ian's ATP, which in fan lingo is short for alternate to partner, during streams and discussions. This terminology, while likely exaggerated, suggests a deeper connection than what might actually exist, sparking more speculation and intensifying the drama. The constant fan theories create an atmosphere of tension, with Nina's presence in Ian's orbit subtly drawing her boyfriend into uncomfortable UFC drama, even when he's not directly involved. What makes this situation so difficult to pinpoint is the lack of any explosive moments. No heated interviews, no rumored hookups, and no overt flirtation. Instead, it's all about the vibes and implications, the sense that something is off, that Nina's association with Ian stirs up discomfort, and that these tangential connections are turning into public fodder. Sorry to interrupt, bro, but I truly want to hear your opinion. If our content feels good to you, please comment your thoughts. We're facing low subscriptions lately, and your support means the world. Please subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Is her man worried? Energy permeates fan discussions whenever Nina is seen with other fighters, dragging Ian into conversations even when he's not present. This is UFC family drama at its most uncomfortable, where everyone knows everyone and every interaction is scrutinized. Personal relationships become the subject of public debate, adding layers of unnecessary tension. Though this may not be the deepest or most explosive connection in Nina's journey, the tangled nature of the situation makes it irresistible to fans. It's drama by association, controversy through proximity, and the messy social dynamics that emerge when professional worlds and personal lives collide in a community as interconnected as the UFC.
Have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter before?
Finger?
Yeah, fingered.
Nina Drama has become one of the most unexpectedly influential figures in UFC media, and somehow, she's tangled herself in storylines with the sport's biggest names. From Alex Pereira's too close to be just friends moments.
Second of all, can you tell people that I didn't sleep with you for an interview?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
To Jon Jones dropping denials that somehow sounded like confirmations. This is the lineup of UFC fighters the internet believes actually dated Nina Drama. Sean Strickland. Let's talk about one of the most explosive dynamics in UFC media, the chaotic, unpredictable bond between Sean Strickland and Nina Drama. What started as pure madness somehow evolved into one of the most authentic friendships in mixed martial arts. Their first interaction wasn't polite, professional, or even civil. Sean opened by jokingly calling Nina a weight cheat and accusing her of sleeping with Jon Jones to secure that career-changing interview. Most people would have walked away right there, but not Nina. She fired back instantly, roasting him about getting chubis from rear naked chokes. Instead of creating enemies, that brutal honesty became the strange foundation of something real. These two went from trading insults to becoming inseparable.
Well, I don't mean, yeah, you're stunted, you're like a little retard. But like, you get to know her, and then it's like, oh, you're just real stunted.
Nina surprised Sean with etiquette coaches, which ended in disaster because you simply cannot tame Sean Strickland. But that's what makes their dynamic beautiful. She embraces exactly who he is, flaws and all. Their adventures together feel like controlled chaos. They've had Roman candle wars where Sean nearly lost a nipple. They've streamed together with banter that dances perfectly between sibling rivalry and something that feels a little more charged. And after Sean's win over Paulo Costa, Nina posted emotional tributes calling him her brother in another life, melting the entire MMA community with how genuine it felt. Naturally, rumors exploded. Cozy pictures, her backstage appearances, and Sean's long posts defending her from trolls only amped up speculation that they might be secretly dating. But what they share goes beyond labels. It's a raw, unfiltered connection where Nina always has his back, and Sean becomes her loudest hype man. And speaking of career-making moments, let's turn to the rumor that started it all. The Jon Jones situation that launched Nina Drama into UFC media notoriety. Arman Tsarukyan. You might think romantic rumors are dramatic, but nothing compares to the chaos sparked by a simple grappling video. What began as harmless content with Arman Tsarukyan quickly spiraled into one of the wildest controversies in Nina Drama's UFC journey. complete with conspiracy theories, injury speculation, rebound romance rumors, and even death threats.
So, from
Here? This is a weird angle. Arman, get out of here. Arman, wait. Ow.
Nina and Arman filmed a grappling skit. The video shows Arman doing impressive moves, spinning on his head, with Nina present. Standard UFC media stuff, playful, showcasing his skills, some chemistry. But shortly after, Arman withdrew from UFC 311 with a back injury. The internet immediately connected dots that didn't exist. Did Nina throw his back out? Memes exploded, and the injury became a conspiracy. Arman even joked with her, "I hurt my back because of you." But the internet took it literally. Things turned dark fast. Nina began receiving death threats from furious fans blaming her for the fight cancellation. Then came spicier rumors. Arman injured himself trying to impress Nina, right after her alleged breakup. Suddenly, he wasn't just a fighter with a back problem, he was a rumored rebound. Their later interactions didn't help. The playful teasing, the comfortable energy, fans saw flirty vibes everywhere. And from injury drama to verbal nuclear bombs, Tom Aspinall soon asked the question nobody else dared to say out loud. Tom Aspinall. If you thought the previous entries crossed lines, Tom Aspinall showed up with a hold my beer moment that instantly became one of the most shocking clips in UFC interview history. This British heavyweight didn't tiptoe around boundaries, he bulldozed them. Tom asked the one explicit question everyone joked about privately, but no one had the guts to say on camera. He literally looked Nina in the eyes and asked, "Have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter?" Then doubled down with, "What would it take?"
Have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter before?
Finger?
Yeah, fingered.
No.
What would it take to
To finger me?
Yeah.
Like,
Nina's reaction was instant internet gold. Shock, confusion, and laughter all colliding on her face. The exact moment her soul left her body became a meme across the MMA world. But the backlash was immediate. Critics accused Tom of crossing professional lines, sparking debates about harassment, media ethics, and whether a male interviewer would ever receive a question like that. Surprisingly, Nina defended him. She praised his British humor, saying it was payback for her own wild Instagram questions, and insisting she understood the joke. That defense split the internet. Some applauded her attitude, others argued she was normalizing inappropriate behavior. Love it or hate it, the moment refuses to die. Millions of views, endless memes, permanent internet residency. Tom created a clip that will follow both of them forever. And from verbal chaos to physical chaos, Dricus du Plessis brought a far more hands-on approach to his connection with Nina. Jon Jones.
second of all, can you tell people that I didn't sleep with you for an interview?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
The Jon Jones-Nina drama saga is arguably the most explosive, controversial, and endlessly fascinating chapter in Nina's entire UFC journey. It's the rumor that erupted into 1,000 conversations, the speculation that refused to fade, and the moment that transformed Nina from an up-and-coming content creator into a name the entire MMA community couldn't stop talking about. Whether you think there was real fire beneath all that smoke or simply an incredible coincidence, one truth remains. The Jon Jones interview changed Nina Drama's life forever. Let's set the scene. UFC 285. Backstage. The air is electric. The kind of energy you only feel when the biggest star in the sport is headlining a card. Nina Drama, still relatively unknown to mainstream fans and not yet a heavyweight figure in UFC media, somehow secures a 10-minute sit-down with Jon Jones, arguably the most difficult, most in-demand interview in the entire industry. This wasn't just access, it was golden access. Access that veteran journalists fight over, access that most independent creators never get. And that's when the whispers started. Before the interview even finished circulating online, rumors exploded across Twitter, Reddit, YouTube comments, every corner of the MMA internet. How did she get Jon Jones? She must have slept with him. She's nobody. Why did Jones agree to this? The gossip mill ignited instantly, spreading like wildfire. People questioned her legitimacy, her credentials, and how someone who was relatively new to UFC coverage found herself sitting alone with the heavyweight champion. Nina, being the transparent firecracker she is, refused to let the rumor roll unchecked. Instead of dodging it, she addressed the elephant in the room directly. During a follow-up clip, she turned to Jon with the camera rolling and asked, "Did I sleep with you?" Most fighters in Jon's position would laugh nervously, shut it down immediately, and give a crystal clear, "Absolutely not." But Jon Jones is not like most fighters. His response, depending on who tells the story, was either a playful "not yet," a teasing smile, or a joking deflection. Whatever it wasn't the definitive denial anyone expected, and it absolutely did not calm the internet. If anything, it poured gasoline on an already blazing fire. This moment became the viral spark of Nina Drama's career. What we do know, what's concrete, documented, and undeniable, is that Jon Jones took a genuine liking to her work. Nina has been open about how Jon recognized her from her older comedic videos and chose to support her when she didn't yet have a foothold in MMA media. She's described him as her career savior, someone who opened doors she didn't even know existed. Her posts about him radiate a mix of gratitude, admiration, and an emotional softness fans couldn't ignore. She's shared videos of them dancing together, clips with body language so relaxed and natural that people immediately sensed chemistry. Photos of them together circulated widely, and each one fueled fresh speculation. Fans began analyzing their movements, smiles, even the space, or lack of space, between them. But then came the moment that truly broke the fan base. A picture surfaced showing Nina, Jon Jones, and Alex Pereira all side by side. Within minutes, social media was ablaze with love triangle theories. Memes, commentary videos, breakdowns. People treated the photo like a crime scene, analyzing every angle and expression. Nina herself didn't help stop the speculation, either. She joked repeatedly about having a criminal justice degree and the irony of interviewing Jon Jones, whose own legal history has been a topic of intense media scrutiny. Every joke added another layer to the already growing narrative. The real magic of the Jon Jones-Nina drama dynamic is the ambiguity. Nothing is confirmed. Nothing is denied. Everything exists in that delicious gray zone. Is it simply deep gratitude from someone whose career was genuinely changed by Jon's support? Yes. Is there a flirty undertone, something warm, unspoken, shimmering beneath the surface? You could absolutely argue that as well. Nina's posts about him carry emotional weight. She talks about those 10 minutes backstage like they were a turning point, something she'll never forget. There's sincerity in her words, and something else too, something that fans can feel but can't quite define. And that's why this connection refuses to die. Every interaction is analyzed. Every clip is dissected. Every glance becomes a talking point. People want something to be there. People feel like something might be there. And the truth, whatever it is, remains locked between Nina and Jon. Maybe it's pure professionalism. Maybe it's flirty friendship. Maybe it's something that happened behind closed doors, never to be shared publicly. Whatever the reality is, the what-if energy between them is both undeniable and irresistible. But if you thought the Jon Jones story carried flirtation, mystery, and emotional weight, just wait until Paulo Costa enters the chat. Because this Brazilian doesn't do subtle. He does bold, loud, unapologetic flirtation, on camera, off camera, and everywhere in between. This isn't the deepest link Nina has, but the tangled nature adds layers of speculation fans can't resist exploring. It's drama by association, controversy through proximity, and messy social dynamics emerging when professional worlds and personal lives collide in communities as interconnected as the UFC. That wraps up this video. For more interesting videos like this, check out the cards on your screen.